Hey, how you guys doing? I'm driving to Springfield, Illinois, and I live in a smaller town, which is about an hour and a half, say north of Springfield. So between, actually I live in a college town. It's a city of about 20,000, you know, it's small, because it's a college town, you know. The population drops to about 10,000 when students are not there. But anyway, that's not the point. So the point is, between my city and Springfield, which is a metropolitan bigger city, the capital city of Illinois, there's smaller towns in between, you know. The drive is supposed to be about, you know, hour and a half. There is no good coverage of cell phone service. And my provider is one of the bigger providers in the US, you know. I mean, we have like 3 or 4 bigger providers, you know. We have Verizon, we have AT&T, we have T-Mobile, and some other crap, US Cellular, and I think there's another one, I don't remember. But here's the problem. These companies section off parts of the US that if Verizon is covering a certain area, AT&T cannot come through that area. So if you have AT&T, you cannot get network within a certain area that Verizon has kind of contracted, you know, within their reach, you know, which sucks. And I don't understand, because if you're in Kenya or Africa as a whole, you know, you can get service from the remotest part of Kenya or Africa. You know, you can be somewhere in the States, who knows where, you know, but you can call somebody in the US. For instance, if I was talking to someone in the US right now, my phone would have been dropped. I would have dropped actually the phone call, because shitty network, you know, I'm not going to be able to talk to somebody, you know. For them, it's fine, because they can call from wherever they are, you know. They can call from Ocha or Shago, they can call me, but I'd be like, oh, sorry, dude, I'm in an area that I can't get service. But you know, what does that say for us as a country, as Americans, man? Shit. This sucks, man. I mean, this is supposed to be US, you know. I mean, this idea that big corporations or big companies just section off areas, and then there's these Photogonia areas that they just forget, they don't give a crap, because they want their services to be in bigger areas, metropolitan areas. I mean, my city, big, small, yes, there's good coverage there, you know. There's it's mostly covered by Verizon, and there's another provider, USA, and they cover that area. But it's when you start getting out of there, you know. I mean, St. Louis is about 2.5 hours from where I live. You know, Chicago is about 3.5 hours. I mean, those are the biggest cities around here, you know. I mean, Kansas is about, what, 4.5 hours from where I am, Kansas City. But it's when you start traveling or driving between smaller towns or smaller cities to smaller towns to bigger cities, also between where I live, before I get to the bigger cities, you know, the Chicago and all that stuff. You know, there are other smaller metropolitan areas. You know, you're talking about Peoria, Illinois. You're talking about Springfield. You're talking about Quad Cities. So those are 1.5 hours from where I live. Actually, 1 to 1.5 hours from where I live. But the problem is, between those areas, we have a lot of areas that you can't get service, cell phone service, man. I know I'm just rambling on, but you know, it sucks, you know. I mean, you're in the US, but you know, your phones get disconnected. You're talking to somebody around the world, and you're like, hey, sorry, dude, I'm in a bad area. I'm not gonna be able to talk to you, you know. What the heck, man? This is America, man. Come on, you can do better than that. I mean, somebody from Africa calling you with the shittiest phone they can find, you know, like a $2 phone. They can call here and hear you well and speak to you well, but you can't, because you are staticky, because your phone, calls get dropped. I just don't know, man. That is crap, man. This America, man. I think big corporations, cartels, what do you call them in Kenya, cartels or whatever, you know, they take too much, and they can't guarantee service. It's not good service. It's sucky ass service, man. All right, man. I don't know much about the cell phone industry in Kenya versus the US, you know, but you know, or Africa versus. But let me know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling over something I don't know. Make me understand. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. I just want to know that. That's it, guys. Take care.